We're going to chain it to a tree and pull the core support straight. How's that sound? Sounds like a plan. Rad potential frame machine. Send it. Oh, jeez. Good thing we got this crazy stabilization software on this unit. We didn't die. Welcome to today's video. We're fixing to do some custom body work.
Fixing to fix.
Yeah, we're fixing to fix stuff. So, the front core support, as you guys have seen, is substantially... The front core support, as you guys have seen, is pushed back from where this thing hit a tree, about an inch, inch and a half. So, we need to straighten it, which means we're going to chain it to a tree and pull the core support straight. How's that sound? Sounds like a plan. Now I got to find a place to hook this to, because the bumper's off. Right here, Tom. Hook it right there. So we're going to go up through the bumper mount hole here. The chain should fit if I can get it in the hand. So this is inside the frame rail right here. This is where your bumper would mount to. If we bend this up a little bit, it'll be okay. To the other side.
So the problem is, I don't know if Eric showed you all this, the hood actually overlaps the radiator support or whatever, front cowl panel. So we got to fix that.
Have hooks on it, though.
We got to fix it.
Not easy.
I mean, go slow.
Remember, you only got one bolt over here.
Yeah,
More?
a little more. Alright, hold it there. Hang on. Alright, go slow. A little more. Gone. So I got this bend.
Look at that gap now.
So this bends out of it, where that was all twisted.
Oh yeah, that was caved in good.
Probably gonna have to pull this side just a little more.
Yeah.
Try and meet them in the middle.
Yeah, okay. So now, why do you hit it with a hammer?
Well, so it was all bent before, so we want to hammer it all back. But it also shocks the metal, so that whenever you let pressure off, it doesn't just go right back to where it was.
Okay. Okay. And is there any rhyme or reason to the locations of where you hit, or you just hit?
Where it's bent.
Okay.
Now, if it's not all bent, so like I hammered this down. Once that's gone, you don't have to hit as hard, which that's still bent. Right there. You can just tap around in spots, so you don't have to hit it necessarily hard to bend anything.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just like tap on the edges to shock it, it'll set itself.
Okay.
Or at least that's what I was told.
Okay. Yeah. Looks good. And then this fender, which isn't bolted down tight, but it's at least
It's
pretty dang straight.
So should work.
Heck yeah. Bend anything back here? I doubt it.
I need to straighten a little more on that cowl panel.
Oh, yeah. Now that I have a real pry bar, we probably can get that.
What are you doing?
I'm making a mess. What are we actually doing?
You're attaching a hood skin to a hood frame that's been broken loose over what 70, probably 70, like 50 something years of
70. This is an 84.
Yeah, no, I thought the math after I said the math.
It's late, fellas. Not really. We're just exhausted because we've been doing stuff all day.
50 whatever years. 80,
I mean,
probably not quite
30,
50.
36.
Yeah, you know, math. Not my strongest suit. I do body work.
It's 2021, 37 years old. So anyways, this is like some fancy glue stuff that gets everywhere when you're inexperienced with the double wide caulk gun. And you glue it in, and it sets up, and then it keeps the hood from oil cannon back and forth. Which is a big win, because this one would be super flimsy. You want to do it before you start doing the body work, because otherwise you'll push down on the hood and then you'll fight yourself the whole way.
How was that?
You can rewind it and replay it. Go. Then you'll... Look at that. Didn't you make a mess?
This time.
There you go. Science! Now the hood doesn't move. I'm gonna fall flat on my face. What's up, dog? Alright, so... Day 2 of killing my lungs with body dust. We've got the roof looking good. The rear quarters. This one's pretty good already. We haven't even touched it yet. Sanded between there. We got this all fixed. You remember all that was jacked up from where it hit the tree. This is the top edge of that body line, fixing that. There was a dent here. This is where the new roof's been put on. I think that's just good. If you remember the cow where the tree hit it. And then Calvin, we welded stuff to this and tried to pull it and blew a big hole in it. So when we pulled it, not when I welded it. We have been putting dust on every surface imaginable in the garage. Look at this. Dusted. Look, you wouldn't even think. This air compressor's way over here. Dusted. My weed whacker. Dusted. My toolbox. Dusted. Inside the drawers. Dusted.
My hands are clean now.
The dog. Dusted. My once clean workbench. Dusted. Probably dust up there too. It's everywhere.
Q2 blowing every nook and cranny out, making a dusty mess, and us calling it night.
Sure, I'm putting the respirator on though when we're doing that.
Center console trim.
That's how you get COVID. Well, we're gonna close the video out here in a second because it's getting to be the afternoon. We've made major headway into the bodyworks on the car. Also major blue. If you could see what you guys look like on the camera, it's dusty as heck from chilling. So the hood, Calvin's gonna work a little bit more on it here today, and then we should be about dialed. We still got to tidy up and finish the roof, but we're going to work on that next weekend and tidy up and finish these two small spots. in the back here. My job for the week, which you guys probably won't see much of it on video until this car gets primed. But I've got to go ahead and strip the backs of the fenders, everything below the body line. I'll probably get the interior painted up, which you guys will see. Get the putty and shit stripped out of this front valance piece here. So there's just a bunch of, you can see how thick somebody put the putty on right here, which this valance is mangled. I got to weld these holes shut. But everything's fitted up for the most part. I'll get the bumpers prepped before we do primer. And I don't know. Calvin, what do you think?
I think it's dusty.
It's freaking dusty.
But it's getting there. Progress is being made. Hopefully we'll be done next, have pretty well everything besides the fenders, doors, and the valance done next weekend.
Yeah.
So,
done means ready for primer.
Yeah. Not prime, just ready for primer.
Yep. So, one thing that I did want to show you, though, before we close this out. So, when you want to remove your windshield trim, all of these pop off. They have little plastic clips. You can just gently pull on them. If you break the clips, I still have yet to find a place. At least I know there's a place called Black Dragon that used to make all this stuff, but I know they went out of business. So I need to figure out where I can get these windshield clips for the trim that goes up the side, because mine are broken. But when you remove those and you want to take these off, you're going to be like, oh, how do I get this off? Is it attached? Bottle opener, about shaped like this, of sorts. And you basically want to just start at one end and hook the bottle opener wherever you can reach it, and then gently pry it off. And you're going to see it's going to start popping up like that. And then you can just work it all the way down real easily. I can do it with one hand, so that means you can do it with two. When you get down to the end, it'll jump out and scare you.
That's just because I'm pulling on.
Go all the way down. Bam! And that piece comes off. So that's your drip rail trim. The actual drip rail is right here. And as you can see, nice and crusty under there. So when you go to put these back on, if you had to pull or bent it in any sort of spot, maybe squeeze it back together a little bit with the pliers, and then they should just hook the top on and then just pop it back on. Just like that.
Easy peasy.
So you guys learned that right now when you watch the video. I learned that 30 seconds before I filmed this. Always learning. So with that, I'm going to end the video here. We're going to stop here in a little bit, but I'm going to edit this video tonight. And mad thanks to Calvin for coming down and inhaling bags of sand. Doing all the body work on this. We don't have fancy dustless sanders here, so
No, I like that it worked.
we have to use the dusted sanders. And getting one step closer. I did finally get my stuff in to paint the dash, so expect that video this week. And yeah, huge thanks to Calvin. Definitely could not do it without him. Well, I guess I could. It probably just wouldn't be very, very good, but
Yeah.
it's always good to have friends. And then hopefully the plan is he's going to come back down next weekend. We're going to crank on this a little bit more, but the big thing we need to get accomplished next weekend is putting a new floor in the vert truck, because we need to start keeping projects moving forward.
Yes.
So we're going to work on both. We're going to try to get the floor done on that so that we can
Build a tunnel.
build a trans tunnel,
Wire it, plumb it.
figure out where the engine and trans are going to fit in. So,
Suspension.
and then once we get the floor built, we'll start working on where the upper strut towers will be. And not to take too much away from that video, but we're going to try to put some FC shocks on it, because I know they're a little shorter. Or at least see how they line up. We may run FC or similar style front coilovers instead of G8 coilovers. So more on that when we get there, but that's the plan. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you enjoy fun rotary stuff, and we will see you in the next one. Keep it rad.